Okay, I was trying to find somewhere cute to sit. I like to sit in different places. Like, I don't like filming too many videos in a row where I start off sitting in the same place. I don't know, it's just a thing that I have. I like to keep it interesting and switch things up. So I'm sitting beside the beautiful new leaf on my Luxuriance Hybrid Anthurium. It is so just oil slicky and gorgeous. We're gonna get a closer look later on because we are going through my whole collection today and doing some May updates, which is really exciting because I feel like just things are starting to happen. We are deep into spring now. It is starting to warm up, and I feel like temperature is one of the things that makes the biggest difference, especially because my collection is so heavily powered by grow lights. A lot of the plants get consistent lighting throughout the year, but the temperature can drop quite a lot. So I think that they really just get that boost and appreciate once it starts to increase in temperature. So we have some flowers, we have some stunning new foliage like this. I'm so excited to take you through. As many of you know, the beginning of the spring was really tough for me. I fell out of a lot of my plant routines, my personal routines, and things just kind of went into disarray for a while. So we are definitely turning a corner now. I'm getting back on top of things, back on top of my own mental and physical health as well. Before we get into the tour portion of this video, I would like to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, which is Peak. I'm actually drinking their BT Fountain electrolytes right now. This is one of my go-tos, especially as we are going into summer. We're going into the warmer season, and I need all of the hydration that I can get. The flavor is delicious. It is citrusy and sweet, but not in a sickly kind of way. It's a very delicate taste. As many of you know, the beginning of this spring was really tough for me. I fell out of a lot of my personal care routines, as well as my plant care routines. Everything was just kind of descending into chaos around me. So I am just completely diving back into taking care of myself. And some of the most important things for me right now are staying hydrated and getting enough rest. And that is where Peak's Radiant Skin Duo comes in. As y'all know, I'm already a huge fan of the Sun Goddess Matcha. I drink it all the time. It is absolutely delicious. And now I have the BT Fountain electrolytes in my rotation. This here has clinically proven ceramides that lock in moisture at a cellular level. You know when you are drinking a lot of water but you still feel dried out? I've been feeling like that a lot lately, so I am really back on top of my routine of prioritizing drinking this baby. My skin is something that kind of went haywire since I just went through so much emotional stress over the past couple of months. So I've really been trying to get that back in check, and I'm not really a big skincare routine person. You may have heard me mention before, I prefer to nourish my body from the inside out, so that's why I love things like this so much. And where the Sun Goddess Matcha comes in my routine is as a source of caffeine that's going to give me a bit of an energy boost without a crash, and it's also not going to be disturbing my sleep. The Sun Goddess Matcha gives me a nice sustained energy throughout the day, and I'm still able to go to sleep at night, have a good rest. I love to go to bed early. It's packed with L-theanine, which is calming, and lots of antioxidants. Matcha is amazing for you. It has so many other benefits as well. Now, of course, not all wellness products are created equal. I love Peak so much because all of their ingredients are quadruple toxin screened, so they are making sure that there's not any heavy metals or mold or pesticides. There's no artificial junk or sugars or anything like that in their products. Nourishing my body is one of my favorite self-care tools, so I really appreciate Peak sponsoring the channel, and I highly recommend checking out their products. If you want to try them out for yourself, you can get 20% off plus a free rechargeable frother and a glass beaker with my link peakuelife.com/fern. That's PIQUE life.com/fern. Thank you so much again to Peak for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into the plants. Okay, so welcome to the walkthrough. I actually waited a little bit. It's been a while since I recorded the intro because I knew I was getting new plants in, and I kind of just wanted to wait until those arrived so that I could show you how they're settling in and everything. I've had them for 5 days now, so yeah, I will definitely be giving updates on those. I'm so excited to take you guys through. I'm also recording on my phone this time because I feel like sometimes the lighting, like for these kind of walking around tour type videos, I feel like my iPhone just captures the plants better under grow lights and with the like backlight from the windows and everything. So we're gonna kind of see how it goes. I am using a mic with this and I have tested it, but it is still a fairly new kind of setup. So hopefully it's gonna be okay. It's definitely a risk filming a quite long video like this with a new kind of situation, but yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I think I'm gonna start in the living room today just for a change because I usually start at the Vitro shelf, but this little area here is probably my favorite planty area as of late, so we might as well just start in here. But yeah, little overview. It's just like so cute and the plants are doing pretty well over here. So yeah, I really just like love this kind of space in the home. Okay, so up at the top above the TV, we have the icon herself, Miss Philodendron Florida Ghost. Now, a couple of videos ago, I popped her on top of the curtain rod. I'm thinking of kind of encouraging her to grow along there, but we're gonna see how it goes. I might end up having to chop her and have her maybe trail down here again, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of try that out. And so far, so good. I mean, she hasn't really done much. She is working on a new leaf up there. Ooh, I can zoom in on this. That's kind of fun. But yeah, nothing crazy because obviously it hasn't been that long yet. Now I have actually made a change recently with the Monstera Thai constellation. Can you tell what it is? It's actually a really big difference, but you might not notice at first. I went and cut off all of her aerial roots, which was kind of crazy. There were so many of them. It looked so absurd. I was like holding them all. I took a photo, I'll put it on the screen after I chopped them. But her aerials were just getting out of control and it was just creating so much dust and debris under her because it was hard to vacuum around them. And she was also like the aerial roots, one of them was going into the baseboards here and like climbing, and they were just getting really crazy. So I figured, why don't I try cleaning her up? I don't think I've ever really cut aerial roots off before like that, but I'm glad that I did because it actually looks a lot tidier. I still kind of left some of them, but they're just not super long anymore. Yeah, and I think it looks really nice for the begonia under here, and yeah, it's just a lot easier to kind of work around this area and keep it clean now. I did also give her a pest treatment the other day just with my microfiber glove and my DIY pest solution because this plant has not grown in months now, like so long. I don't even remember when the last leaf was. It has to be at least 6 months ago. So I'm kind of getting concerned because I just don't know why that is. I'm like checking because there's 2 plants in here, so I keep checking to see if they're starting to push, but they're not. I think that I might end up separating the 2 plants out of this pot this summer because that might be the reason that it's not growing. It's just too crowded in there with the 2 big plants. So yeah, that might be something that I have to do. I just thought that I would try, you know, the pest treatment, and I've been keeping up with watering really well and everything. I don't really know what else could be going on, and like the plant looks healthy, it's just not growing. So yeah, we might have to somehow separate the plants in there soon. That sounds like it's going to be an event. Speaking of events, I also need to repot probably this Philodendron Florida Ghost at some point, but that also just sounds like such a big task. But it has been in just a small self-watering pot for so long, and I think I want to size it up to a bigger pot. But yeah, those are just like big plant chores. Maybe I'll do a dedicated video to like working with these kind of bigger, harder to manage plants. We'll see. But down here we have Begonia Fanny Moser, who's looking really well, and I'm actually so impressed with this. But I don't know if you'll remember, I broke off these 3 leaves here, and I thought that there was no way they were gonna root if I just stuck them into the pond, because I put them in and they were super wilted and just not looking great, but they have really perked up and I think that they're starting to root, so that's really cool. And then I also, in a video, I broke this one off and stuck it in here, and that one might be rooting as well because it's still kind of hanging on. We'll see. But yeah, I just love this begonia so much. She's gorgeous, and it'd be really nice to have those cuttings take root in there. Man, I feel like I have so many updates, like crazy, crazy, crazy. I could say something for almost every plant, but I'm gonna try to keep it as brief as possible. This is my Anthurium Frigettii Goliath hybrid, and this used to be, well, I mean, it still is, it's just struggling right now, but this is one of my top favorite Anthuriums, and it just has not been doing well. I've been trying to grow it in ambient for a while now, like over 6 months, and honestly I think I'm about to give up and put it back in a cabinet because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait to see what the next leaf looks like because this is the last leaf that it gave me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit longer and wait for the next one. But look at the next one. Is not looking good. It's not looking good, you guys, and it's trying to put out another one there. So I think that it's time to go back in the cabinet, but maybe y'all can tell me, how long do you wait for an Anthurium to acclimate? Like, do you think I should put it back in a cabinet, or do you think it could kind of figure itself out if I wait a little bit longer? Let me know what you think, because I would love to have this growing in ambient, but it just seems to be having a really hard time. Down in front of the cabinet here, we have my Monstera alba, which is actually doing so well. Like, I am just in love with this plant right now. So I switched it into leca somewhat recently in a plant chores video, and it has settled in flawlessly. Oh, and I also put it on a moss pole, which I don't typically do with my Monstera albos, or my just like any type of Monstera deliciosa. But I decided to put this one on because I really wanted to see if I could get a little bit bigger leaves on her and some more fenestrations. And y'all, she has taken so well to both the leca and the pole. Look at these juicy roots in here. Like, how stunning is that? Oh my gosh, they look so healthy. Can you see that? Like, you can literally see the fuzziness of them. That is so satisfying. And then in the leca down here, we also have lots of roots. So she's doing amazing. I'm so happy. I still have her in the Tupperware because, I don't know, it's just kind of working for me. So, and I haven't come across a better solution. But yeah, I'm just so thrilled with how well this plant is doing. And she is putting out a new leaf, so that is really exciting. Can't wait to see it, of course. Yeah, I'm just super, super impressed with how this one is growing for me. Like, look how gorgeous. I cannot. So beautiful. And she's kind of hiding right now, my not looking so good begonia. We'll get into the cabinet in a minute. Hoya polyneura, I don't really have any updates, just wanted to show you how beautiful she is. She's always looking so, so good. I'm obsessed with this plant. It's definitely going to be one of my favorites of the year because she's just filled out so much. It's crazy. Up here we have Miss Philodendron Patriciae. She has recently pushed out this new leaf. It's actually still soft, but it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I also extended her pole, so she is now on 3 poles. I need to find a better spot for her because, I don't know, she's just getting kind of tall here, especially considering like the mirror is behind it. I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, it doesn't look terrible, but it is just, you know, should probably be a floor plant now, but that's okay. Yeah, the nodes, the internodal spacing is still pretty wide because she's not getting a ton of light. Like, she's still just getting natural light from the window. So it's not, you know, she definitely could benefit from a grow light, but I don't know. I'm just letting her kind of do her thing here. I'm not like super fussed about having like a perfect plant. I'm just happy to watch her grow and do her thing, you know? Okay, and then down here, so we repotted this Hoya hushkuliana recently. It's doing really well, settling into her new pot. And then I also moved my Alocasia watsoniana outside of the cabinet. It used to be in the IKEA Millsbow wide, but I moved her out because, I don't know, she just has been staying in the One Leaf Club. Wasn't like, she was doing okay, but I just wanted to see if she could do better outside of the cabinet because sometimes plants are just weird and you need to switch up their environment and kind of figure out what they really want. I don't know why she would want to come out of the, I mean, I think it is brighter where she is here now because she's getting both south-facing window, plus there's this Sancy grow light here. So I think she is getting quite a lot of light. So that was definitely one of the reasons that I decided to move her out. I thought that she was going to be giving me a flower, but it is a leaf, but it is actually a flower, which is kind of annoying, but I mean, whatever, it is what it is. And then right here we have my beautiful marble queen pothos. Now she could actually benefit from having a light in front of her because she's really, you know, trying to face her leaves towards the window and up towards the Sancy light. So I'd like to kind of get her straightened out a little bit because she looked so nice when the leaves were all kind of facing out. But it's fine. She's trying to get the light. I understand. And I did also extend her pole, except I haven't completely filled it yet because, I don't know, I think I was just pressed for time. But I got the pole extension on, so whenever I have my moss out again, I'm gonna need to fill that up. But overall, she's doing really well. There is a new leaf right here, and it looks very highly variegated. There we go. How pretty is that? I'm loving growing this plant climbing, really, really loving it. Okay, now we'll go into the Millsbo Wide. So this cabinet does have a couple of my new plants. Oh, losing a little polyneura leaf there. Okay, so over here, first of all, this plant that's not looking too good is a cutting from my Solanum oleanum because, oh my gosh, how's it dry already? Well, that's probably why it's not doing well. What the heck? I swear I just watered that like yesterday. How is that possible? Maybe it was 2 days ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is not looking great. But honestly, I've had this plant be like completely wilted and then bounce back and start growing again. So I'm gonna water this right now. But I took a cutting of this because that plant was just getting so out of hand. I really just wanted to start it over. So I took a cutting, but I also kept the base because it'll push out new growth from there as like a backup in case something like this happened. I think it honestly might be fine. I'm gonna water it and we'll see. But yeah. I don't know. Bulbophyllum longissimum, not really doing much, just hanging out back there. And then yeah, my begonia Sinbad, I don't know what it is about this begonia. It is so hard for me to keep happy. It dries out so fast. Even in a self-watering pot, it feels just almost impossible to keep up with. It's kind of crazy actually. I feel like this would be a good plant to try to grow like just in hydro, straight up water, because yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I really am challenged by it. I need to cut this leaf off because it's just like not, actually, can I just break it off? No, it doesn't want to break off. I'll cut it off later. Like the bottom looks pretty good, but the top, maybe it's getting too much light, but I don't really see how it could be. Like I don't see how it could be. There's only one plant spectrum light in here, but it is boosted up. I don't know. This one I'm always kind of like adjusting and learning because it is just a bit of a trickier begonia for me. And then up here in the back, we have my new Phalaenopsis Bronze Maiden. I actually did an orchid unboxing from Roehampton Orchids on my Patreon. I got some new fun ones that you will see interspersed throughout my house right now. But I accidentally killed my first Bronze Maiden Phalaenopsis, and I really love this orchid and I really want to have it, so I obviously had to get a replacement. And I've been wanting to add a few more orchids into my collection, plus since I was already paying for shipping, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna order a few more. So yeah, but I actually repotted this one right away, which I know can be a sketchy thing to do, but mine just really did not do well in the moss that it came in the first time, so I really just wanted to get it potted into an orchid mix right away so it wasn't going to rot on me again. So I popped this into the Molly's orchid mix, and my fingers are crossed that I'm going to have better luck with this one. I really hope so. I love the silver foliage on this one though, it's so pretty. What else is new? Oh, of course, my new Anthurium hybrid from North Shore Tropicals. This is a Veitchii moodianum hybrid, which is insane. And it came with this new tiny baby leaf in shipping, and I thought that for sure it was just gonna like kind of dry up and fall off, but it is hanging on, y'all. It is hanging on, so that is kind of fun. I watered this in with Kelpie, so we're just gonna have to be patient. Oh my gosh, I can see a fungus gnat. We're gonna have to be patient and keep watch for any roots. Oh, I do see roots down there. Do you see those? So that is a good sign. They look pink, like the moodianum. It's so cute. And the leaves are also starting to like kind of go a little bit flatter because when it was shipped, they were like this upside down. So it's kind of starting to situate itself a little bit, which is really nice to see. If you haven't watched my North Shore Tropicals unboxing, check it out because I got some really fun ones. And then as for these couple of Hoya in here, this Fichy actually bloomed for me a couple of weeks ago, which is really fun. I got some nice photos of it, so I'll pop those on the screen. I would love to get this into higher light to get the blooms to come out a little bit more pink, because mine were a little bit more of like a cream color, just because I think it's not getting a ton of light. So yeah, I would love to see a little bit more color on them next time, but I was still just so excited to see it bloom. And I love the foliage on Fichy. I love how it trellises so nicely. It really is just such a beautiful Hoya, so that was really exciting. Okay, I'm gonna water this one and then we'll do the rest of the living room. All right, so probably the most exciting thing to me on here, on this window, is my Hoya David Comingii, because it is just in constant bloom for me. And I really want, I mean, for all my Hoyas, like, I love when they have multiple blooms at once. That is like my favorite thing when it comes to Hoya flowers. And this one did that for me. It had 3 clusters of blooms open at once. So this was the first one it put out. It's just kind of finishing off right now, but you can see there's already another peduncle right there. Like, that's so crazy. And then another one opened down here. Like, look how cute that is. And you can see there's another one that is about to open right there. Oh my gosh, swinging away. And after that one at the bottom, another one opened up here at the top. Look at that, like how cute. And I think that's actually the biggest, like the most full one. So I was so excited to see that. I'm just literally obsessed with this Hoya. And you can see there's other peduncles that are activating as well. Like, she just loves to bloom. There's another one coming in down here. Like, it's just crazy. If you want a blooming Hoya, seriously, check this one out, especially if you like pink flowers like me. I got this from Plant Haven Toronto, and I checked and they actually have them in stock. At least they did a couple days ago. So yeah, if you're looking for one, they have them, and it's honestly like skyrocketed to being one of my top Hoya. I love it so, so much. Oh my gosh, another one here. Like, yeah, it's just crazy how many peduncles and how many blooms this plant has. These are Hoya cuttings that I really need to get potted up. They look like they're getting kind of bleached out, so I need to prioritize that soon. My Crimson Queen is doing fairly well. I've been treating this plant for flat mites, and I did check with my microscope last week and I couldn't find any, so I think that we are turning a corner. I'm still gonna give her a couple more treatments just to make sure, but I'm starting to see a lot of new growth and she's just looking happier, so that is really good news. Look at all of these pink leaves up here. Like, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love her. Love, 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 love. Crimson Queen is such a just like commonly available, affordable Hoya, but she's honestly one of the most beautiful foliage-wise, also bloom-wise. Mine has only bloomed for me once, sadly. I would love to have more blooms this year, but we'll see if she ends up doing it for me or not. Okay, so another Hoya that I've actually been obsessed with lately, and I've put her in this stunning handmade beaded hanger that a viewer sent to me. Literally so pretty, and just so kind of her to send this. So I decided to, I was originally saving this to like pot a pang or something, but then I just wasn't getting around to it, and I was like, I really want to put a plant in here. So I finally just popped in my Hoya mirabilis here. But this is one of my favorite Hoyas right now because it's just been growing so well. I love the leaves, and it has also been putting out peduncles like crazy. I actually thought that I was gonna get flowers, you guys, but then they blasted. Where is it? This one right here, she actually had me convinced I was gonna get flowers. It was looking so plump, but then they blasted, which really sucks, but you know what? Sometimes that's just how it goes with Hoya. We have multiple peduncles though, so I think I will get flowers eventually, and I think that this is a Hoya that flowers pretty prolifically, so I feel like once she does it, then she's just gonna like really get going. But yeah, this is one that I love this like narrow dark foliage, and it's kind of like wavy and splashy, and it's just really unique, and she has really pretty flowers as well, so hopefully one day soon she will flower for me. Not much to report on my Anthurium vitirifolium. I think it's doing quite well. No news is good news when it comes to this plant. It's been putting out new leaves and it is getting like quite full and bushy, which I appreciate. Like it looks quite stunning hanging there, so I'm really quite happy with that. And then along the windowsill, I decided to move my variegated silver sword here because it just, I don't know, it wasn't really doing much on my Vitro. So I was like, why don't I try it in natural light instead and see what happens? I was getting a lot of this like edema kind of stuff here, and I don't really know like why or what the heck, but I moved her here and we do have a new leaf coming in, so we'll see what that ends up looking like. But yeah, she is living here now. I've also been really trying to get new growth on my Hoya pubicalyx, and I do have a couple of new leaves coming in. It put out this one down here, which is still expanding, if it'll focus. There we go. That one is still soft and expanding, and then there's another new one coming in way down here. So yeah, and I'm seeing just kind of like, oh yeah, there's another one right there, if you can see that. So she's finally growing for me again. I think that some of my Hoyas have really been waiting for the warmer weather, and now they're really starting to get going again, which is super nice to see. Also, my Hoya banguatensis here, same thing. It wasn't really growing well over the winter time, but now it is doing better. Let me turn it around. Maybe I'll hold it here for a second. So this is one that I actually got for the flowers, but I do really like the foliage. Mine just like hasn't been looking its best. So yeah, it's exciting to see it kind of get a little bit more established. There, you can see it a little bit better. Like, look at the size of this. That's crazy. Like, that is actually quite crazy. So yeah, new little leaves coming in here. Hopefully that one will go crazy this summer with new growth. Maybe a peduncle if we're lucky. Right here we have my Hoya UT039 Flores Island. We actually repotted this in one of my plant chores. I'll move her over here. Sometimes it is way easier to see them over here. Look at the sun stressing she's getting. Like, are you joking me? That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, she is so much darker even since the last time I took her down. That is wild. She is like red now. Oh my gosh. This is such a pretty Hoya. This one gets beautiful pink blooms as well, but mine has never flowered for me. However, this foliage is like enough for me to grow this Hoya because it's so gorgeous. Like, wow, that is actually craziness. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to take a photo of her. That's so pretty. This leaf is still backwards, but that's okay. I'm honestly just obsessed with this. Like, wowee. I don't think that she's really grown for me since the repot, but I think that she is just kind of getting established and she looks stunning while she's doing that. Here's some more Hoya Bella cuttings because mine got infested with mealies, so I'm just starting this plant over again, and Hoya Bella blooms so prolifically that it's even pushing out a peduncle while it's water propagating. And then beside that, we have my Syningia leucotricha, and I don't know what is going on this year, you guys, but she's not really growing. I mean, there are like some little fuzzes, but by now I usually have like pretty much a plant again. So I don't know what the heck is up with that, but I'm kind of concerned. However, I don't really know what to do. So I'm just trying to be patient. Like, is it just taking a really long time to get established? I don't know. Let me know if this happened to anyone else. I feel like last year it grew in really quickly, and this year is just so slow. Another plant that won't grow is my oxalis tuber that I planted. I've pretty much lost hope on this. I don't know. It doesn't want to sprout. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to buy an oxalis plant if I want one because didn't have much luck with that. And then everyone else is doing okay. My little pings that I have here are doing well. They're starting to color up a little bit now that we are getting some more sun, which is always really nice to see. I love this mini pingdom so much with the like small piece of pumice there with the baby ping. So cute. I moved my alocasia dragon scale, this is just my regular green one, out onto the windowsill because I felt like it wasn't getting enough light in the IKEA greenhouse. And it's popped out a new leaf, and it was growing so slowly, so this is really nice to see. I'm hoping it's just going to kind of take off now, because I would love to have a bigger plant of this again. And yeah, this air plant, I watered it so it's upside down, but I need to fix that up. There we go. Also, I got this book recently because I had heard this recommended as like the best carnivorous plant book, and I feel like it is so hard to find information on carnivorous plants, and I was actually really impressed when I got this because look, it's all like colored photos. So I haven't really looked through it yet, but I'm super excited to sit down and just kind of have little reading sessions where I become a little more knowledgeable on these guys, because I don't really know a lot. I just kind of experiment. But yeah, like I said, it's just so hard. Oh my gosh, the pings. It's so hard to find information on them. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I was really excited to get this. I can link it down below if you are interested, but yeah, really cool. Okay, and then here's the dining room, which is also looking quite good, if I do say so. Oh, it's windy outside. I can see the curtains like flying away. Okay, so starting here at the calyx, I'm fairly happy with how the calyx is looking right now, to be honest. Like, I feel like all the plants are doing fairly well. I recently potted up all of these Hoya polyneura cuttings with the main like established plant. Here's a dried leaf. I'm gonna remove that one. And it's doing really well. I really am just like having a polyneura year. I'm obsessed with all 3 of my Hoya polyneura. There's new leaves coming in right there, so cute. Yeah, it's just such a cool Hoya. Actually, I would love to have one of them bloom this year. How amazing would that be? Speaking of blooms, would you look at this? Oh my goodness, I actually just noticed this morning that this one had opened up. I thought that this only had one flower, or like bud. I saw this one over here the other day, so I'd been kind of like keeping tabs on that one. But then this morning I saw this one opening and I hadn't even noticed that one. So I was very pleasantly surprised by that. So I'm gonna have 2 flowers on here. This is a Thanksgiving cactus, a variegated Thanksgiving cactus, but you know, sometimes they bloom multiple times throughout the year. So this one did bloom in the fall for me, but now it's blooming again, which is just so exciting. I love that so much. Can't wait to see this fully open for me. Begonia maculata is doing really well. No crazy updates on her. My Anthurium Doriaki Silver Red Crystal Hybrid, which I recently repotted, and it has that cute green cover pot around it now. It's actually, well, it's putting out an inflow, but it is also putting out a new leaf. I don't want to bother it too much, but I'm super, super excited about that. She seems to be very happy with her repot. My King of Spades did also put out this inflow. It's like done now. And I collected the pollen from it, which is not something that I've ever done before, but I love the King of Spades so much. I was like, you know what, let me just collect some of this, pop it in the freezer, and just kind of save it for, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought I would collect it because it was there, and this is one of my favorite anthuriums, so what I'm gonna do with that, I don't know, but like, look at them. I was never an anthurium girl, but the ones that I have in my collection, I really, really do love. And I did, if you watched my North Shore Tropicals unboxing, I did get a few new exciting ones. So yeah, that's super fun. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with these ones right here, especially. Now, my Begonia polensis was recently repotted, and I thought that by now she would be like settled in and looking cute again, but she's honestly just looking kind of crazy. And I'm kind of wondering whether I just need to start this plant over again, because like, look at what's going on here. The rhizome, like, it's just gone crazy. And I think that it might just be like too chaotic, because it's just, I don't know, we have leaves pointing every which way. So I'm kind of considering like, should I restart this plant? it was so fun to watch it grow from super small, and it like looked so nice in the first year, but now it's just not looking as great. So let me know if you think I should do that, because I'm undecided. I don't know. It was looking so stunning. I want that again. Back here we have my philodendron SP Silver. I think that this is the newest leaf it put out. Looks really nice. Actually, let me double check that. No, this is the newest leaf. Oh yeah, this one still is like kind of soft actually. This is the newest leaf, and it's bigger than that one up there. And yeah, this plant's doing really well. Super, super long petioles, but that's okay. I'm just such a fan of this like silvery foliage, so I like to keep it in lower lighting or else it just gets too bleached out. Also, I have the acrobar, my like acrobar project down here. It is very, very slow progress. I thought this was gonna be like a weekend project, but I think it's gonna be a several weekend project. So I just kind of have the pieces stored here, and then I can pull them out whenever I have a little bit of time to work on it. I can show you a little sneak peek. Let's grab this out. Okay, it's like caught, so it doesn't want to come out. So that's all you're getting. I think it's gonna look so nice when it's done, but yeah, it's quite the procedure, if I do say so. Look how massive my Hoya compacta is. She has been growing like crazy recently. Look at those vines. Oh my goodness. I just had her in the shower the other morning and was spraying her off. And yeah, I was just shook at how large this plant is. It's crazy. I really wanted to bloom this summer, so let's all send her flowering vibes. Either way, I will always just love this Hoya. I think it's so fun. I guess I'll quickly talk about the plants up here. So we have my Hoya camphora. Actually, let me stand on a chair. That's a little bit better. We have my Hoya camphorifolia. I'll put a photo of what she looks like because I had her pulled down the other day, so you'll be able to see better. But she is flat. Well, this isn't open yet, but I think that they are going to open soon. Gonna get a little bit closer for you. Okay, let's see. Oh, the lighting is not good, and I don't really want to disturb them, but this Hoya has really cute pink flowers. That's actually why I bought it, for the flowers. Sorry, it's not focusing, but I can't tap the screen. My hands are full. But yeah, those honestly could open any time now. So I will be really excited to see them because this has never bloomed for me before, although it does have so many peduncles. Like so many. So I think that this summer I could have a lot of flowers on her, and I really hope so. Beside her, we have my spiral cactus. She's gonna be coming down soon and going to live outside. And then I actually ended up putting my Hoya undulata up there because I just wanted to get it somewhere where it'd be getting more light. So we're kind of testing out this spot and seeing how it goes. And then of course my Hoya linearis is living its best life over there, looking gorgeous. So long. Again, wow. It is 2 separate pots inside that rectangular terracotta planter up there. And yeah, it's doing well. I just took it down and watered it the other day, and the roots look really good and everything, so I'm super happy with that. And then hanging here, this is a mixed planter of holiday cactus. We actually have a Thanksgiving cactus cutting that is trying to flower. This is a cutting from my variegated one, but it was just like a green cutting. So I decided to take that one for this little mixed pot. So we have a Thanksgiving cactus trying to bloom, and then we also have Easter and Christmas cactus. I think this is the Christmas, and this really round one is the Easter. So I will be really excited for whenever those want to bloom for me because I haven't had either of them before. Like I've never seen them flower or anything. So yeah, they seem to be really happy here in the south window though. Rat tail is just kind of hanging out. No flowers this spring, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. She's still looking stunning there. Oh my gosh, it is so windy. Oh, I'm glad I tied off the curtains this morning. Wow, okay. My Ripsalis paradoxa is also doing really well here in this spot in the south window. I'm glad that I moved it over here. Look at this new growth we have here. How cute is that? I love the new growth on Ripsalis paradoxa. Like, it's just so cool. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. And then down here along the windowsill, this is like my troubled area. Like, I feel like the Hoya on here, I mean, I have been working to kind of get them sorted lately. So they're looking a little bit better, but yeah, some of them were struggling. What is this called again? I always forget. Camingiana. It's actually doing okay. It did have mealies, but I cleaned it off. So hopefully that's not going to be an ongoing issue. All the pings are doing well. Hoya coriaceae silver. This was looking so bad. I actually was considering just composting this and starting over with the cuttings that I have in the other window. But then I was looking at it. I took it down and I looked at it and I was like, oh, but it's so pretty. Like, there's so much potential. So I just kind of gave it a prune and I'm gonna see how it does this summer, I guess. Hoya New Guinea Ghost was actually struggling for a minute too, but now it's starting to look a little bit better. So yeah, maybe, like, again, I feel like some of these Hoya were really just waiting for warmer temperatures. And then we have my Nepenthes that I repotted with y'all in my carnivorous plant video. And I feel like they're doing quite well. So I wanted to have them like sitting in some water because they were just drying out too much and that was really detrimental to them, obviously. And now that they're in the south window, they're actually getting kind of sun stressed, which is quite cute. So we have a new picture coming in right there, and it looks like a new leaf starting. So yeah, this one is doing quite well. And then as for the glandulifera, I was definitely a little bit more like concerned about this one because it is just potted directly into this ceramic planter. Let me put it down for a second. Oh, kind of heavy. I was definitely more concerned, but so far it's looking pretty good. Again, it's getting some sun stressing on it. And we have a new picture coming in here, which is so cutie, little fuzzy baby. Look at him. So yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on this, seeing how it does. It is getting so much color though. It's crazy. They're obviously getting a lot more light than they were in the Millsbo cabinet. And I do have more carnivorous plants coming. They're either getting delivered today or tomorrow, so y'all will be getting another unboxing. I feel like I've been doing unboxings like crazy lately because I just posted one last week on my YouTube and then also last week, like the day after, on my Patreon. So yeah, I've been getting plants. Okay, and then we have my Hoya Matilde Silver, who I repotted pretty recently as well, and it's actually settled in really nicely, and it has some peduncles that look like they could do something for me. Now this Hoya always has me thinking it's gonna bloom, and then they never, like, they always just blast, or it will just have like 50 peduncles but no flowers. So she loves to play games with me, but y'all, I feel like I don't even want to touch this because I'm scared, but I feel like this one could flower for me. Do you see that? Like, she's juicy, she's plump, it could happen, but I also won't be surprised if this does blast. So I don't know, stay tuned. But yeah, I also, this one looked really promising, but then of course it blasted and it's just like a naked peduncle again. So yeah, we'll see. I have some of my crazy cactus that need to go outside soon. You'll see those in my cactus repot that will be coming hopefully within the next couple weeks. And then I'm gonna pull these last two Hoya out to talk to you about them. So first of all, we have Hoya Lei, which is doing really well. I really like this Hoya because it has such cute fuzzy leaves, and it's actually put out some new leaves recently, mostly like near the base here, but I kind of went and re-trellised this the other day, and I just think that it's looking so cute, and I love the fuzzy leaves. So yeah, I've really been appreciating this one. I guess this is the side that faces the sun, so this is like the nicest side. Yeah, this plant really isn't doing anything too crazy, but I just think that it looks really nice, and I love it on the circle trellis. Okay, and here we have another Hoya that I feel like had a really rough winter, but now it is turning a corner and looking quite nice. So this is a Hoya caudata, and look at these new leaves it's recently put out. They're so pretty and sun-stressed, and they just like look really healthy and nice compared to some of the foliage I was getting over the winter, which was just like not it, like what the heck. So it's really nice to see it start growing, and you can see there's some baby leaves coming in. Like, look at that, it looks so good. And I've actually extended it to have a double trellis now because it was growing so long. So we have another new leaf up here. Oh my gosh, it's hard for it to focus with all the plants behind, I think. So we have some new leaves up here. This one too, and it is working on a baby leaf. So yeah, she's doing pretty well, which makes me really happy because I really want just like a nice, happy, healthy caudata, and I would love to have it flower one day. So that is the current situation for this one. Oh, another baby leaf. Oh my gosh, how cute. I didn't even see that one. Oh my gosh, yeah, she's really getting growing again, which is so nice. Okay, so now we're gonna go into this kind of corner area. I like to give a little overview just in case anyone's new, so you can kind of see what the setup looks like before we get up close and personal with the plants. So starting over here in the corner, if you watched my repot Q&A, then you would know we repotted this philodendron red Anderson for like an hour. I was chatting for so long, it took forever to repot this plant, but I ended up potting this up into leca with a Rousseau moss pole, and I'm super happy with this setup, and I think that this plant is settling in really well. It is just such a beautiful philodendron. I'm so excited to watch it grow. And to have it, you know, all kind of set up again, because this used to be a really big plant for me, but I ended up chopping it all up and we're starting again. So yeah, she's kind of hanging out here in this corner on this cute little stand, and I think that it is just really nice. She's getting some sun. So yeah, super, super excited about that one. And then I'm gonna pull this light back a little bit. Actually, should I turn it off? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay, first of all, look at how cute this top shelf looks. I'm kind of obsessed with this. I love the variety of plants. We have a couple philodendron, we have a couple begonia, an alocasia, and a Hoya, which I think is just so fun. And they're all doing pretty decently well also. Over here we have like my favorite philodendron right now, which is the gigas. I love the gigas so much. It's looking so nice and dark and just doing super, super well. I need to extend this pole. That's definitely going to be something that I do this week. But yeah, it's just such a beautiful philodendron. And then I decided to move my Hoya clemenciorum over here because it just honestly was not doing anything on the Vitro shelf. So I was like, maybe under the Sansi light combined with like the natural light that comes in here, that will get it growing. And it's also like very warm in this dining room area. Is this a Hoya that likes warmth? I don't know. I'm just kind of seeing what happens here. Not that it gets like super hot in here. Obviously we have air conditioning like to keep the home comfortable, but yeah, I don't know. Nothing too crazy is going on with it yet, but I'm hoping for leaves soon. Like, please, please, please. I really want to get a new leaf on this plant. Begonia white ice in the back looking absolutely stunning. I actually just gave her a little bit of a trim, but she's looking gorgina. And then we also have my philodendron majestic here, which is kind of a new, well, yeah, like a new repot, what's the word I'm looking for? A philodendron that's getting reestablished in my collection from a cutting. So this is a new leaf that she's put out. It's kind of bleached looking, but I find that majestic can kind of do that when they're first getting settled in. So hopefully the next leaf will be a little bit less bleached, but yeah, I'm super happy with the progress on that, like that it even gave me a leaf of this size already. I think that that's pretty cool. This Alocasia longiloba silver is probably the craziest first leaf from a corm I've ever grown in my life. Like, this thing is huge, and I just planted a corm in this leca and it popped this leaf out. I have never experienced that before. It actually grew under the Barina lights on my Vitro shelf, and then I just moved it over here because it's gotten too tall to fit in that spot now. This leaf was like pressed against the shelf above. So yeah, like look at it. It's crazy. I am just like stunned by this. When alocasia are doing well, they have my whole heart. It's just that a lot of the times they're not doing well, so we can have a tumultuous relationship. But yeah, right now I'm just absolutely obsessed with that leaf. I wouldn't even care if this alocasia stayed in the one leaf club because this leaf is just such a statement on its own. Yeah, it's just such a cool plant. And then my begonia lucerne, she has been having a bit of trouble staying watered enough, or maybe I should say I have been having trouble keeping her watered enough. So I think I might have to move her to a pot with like more of a closed kind of system. It is in a self-watering pot. It's one of these clear ones, which I love, but sometimes not every pot is gonna work for every plant. So yeah, I might end up potting her into something like, I mean, it could do something like this even with like the cover pot and a like slotted pot, or one of my like Amazon self-watering, oh, like this one. I might move her over into a pot like that. We'll see. And then up here on the wall, we have my philodendron Jose Bono and my Epipremnum albo, and I think I actually am gonna grab them down to show you. I figure if I take them down, I can touch up their little moss pole reservoirs while they're down here to keep them nice and moist. But this is what my Epipremnum pinnatum albo is currently looking like. I will say it had a little bit of a rough time for a minute because it needed a pole extension. It was drying out a lot, and yeah, it just honestly like wasn't getting the best care. So it put out this wonky leaf, and then I did the pole extension and started taking care of it better, but it was not fast enough for this leaf to come out super nice, although we do have some fenestrations on there now, which is kind of cool, if you can see that. Wow, such a neat plant. We do have a new leaf that is going to be on the way here. I need to get that more. Actually, you know what? I should open that strap. Once my hand's free, I'll open that probably. And put that vine in so that it can root into the moss again. But yeah, I mean, this one is doing okay. I just need to be more consistent with the care again, because I do think that this plant has a lot of potential. I love the Epipremnum pinnatum albo. Mine isn't super variegated, which is kind of a bummer, but you never know what's going to happen in the future. So I'm just kind of growing it out and seeing what happens. And then we have my beautiful philodendron Jose Bono. Look how good this plant is looking. Like, it's actually crazy. And the fact that it is living up here where it's not even getting like super bright light, it gets maybe a little bit of direct sun in the mornings, but like it's not getting scorched with light or anything, but it is still just like growing so well and looking so super lush. Like, look at that, it's so pretty. So I wanted to pull him down because look at this new leaf that he's put out. It's so variegated, so pretty. Oh my gosh, it is just like a dream leaf. I should actually take a photo of this while he's down here too. Yeah, and there's already another leaf on the way. This is just like such a hardy, easygoing philodendron. If you're looking for a reliable variegated philodendron, I definitely recommend the Jose Bono. It is just such a fantastic plant to grow, so incredibly easy. I have this one on the Rousseau setup as well with the little reservoir, so I will top that up before I put him back on the wall. But yeah, these are the plants that are currently growing on my wall. You know, it would be really cool if I could have my Queen Anthurium up there whenever she grows. It's literally a chonk right now, so that's not gonna be for a long time, but how epic would it be? I don't know if the humidity is enough in here, but if I could ever get that growing in ambient, I think that that would be like, that's a cool vision for the future. Okay, anyways, carrying on here to this kind of second tier on this shelf. So first of all, I have a new Phalaenopsis here, which is really exciting. It's a pretty big one actually, and it was, well, you can see it was in spike, but they had to cut them off for shipping. So that one is Phalaenopsis Art Nouveau. I will put a photo on the screen of what the bloom potential is on that one. I fell in love with the flowers when I saw them, so that was one of the new orchids that I got, and I'm super excited about it. It's already in like an orchid bark mix, so yeah, but look at how many roots are in here. Like, wow, those are chunky roots. Anyways, I had this spot open under my Grove light, so I figured it would be the perfect spot for her, and I think that she is settling in super well. And then we have my Alocasia frydek babies, which are looking really great. Actually, I think there's a new, oh yeah, that was a new leaf. Oh my gosh, how cute. Wait, let me look. So, is this the new one? Wait. Which leaf is new? I think that this is literally a new leaf, this like half moon one here. Because I saw a new leaf popping out, and I think that it was this one. Oh my gosh, it's hard to grab without, because I'm like trying to be gentle. Oh my gosh, how cute. Yeah, I think that that is a new one, that this little one, because I put 2 corms. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's looking so good. I'm so happy that that plant is getting settled in and, you know, just getting reestablished again. We have a baby of my variegated Thanksgiving cactus, and as you can see, it is in bloom. Oh my gosh, I'm just obsessed. Love this so much. Oh my gosh. This one especially, like the variegation is so creamy and minty, and yeah, it's actually really magical. I took this cutting for a friend actually, so I need to message and see if he still wants it. But yeah, I've really been enjoying it, just having it here as I, you know, have been rooting it. Speaking of rooting, in the back we have my fern leaf cactus, which I had never propagated before, and I felt like it was kind of a risk, but I just took cuttings and then stuck them into the Molly's orchid mix, which I find works really well for rooting my jungle cactus. I did the same thing with the Easter Christmas cactus. So yeah, the Molly's orchid mix, and look at all those roots in there. So safe to say it has taken, which is really nice to see. And this is literally just empty. I just need to deal with that perlite. This is empty as well. So not many plants down here, but the ones that are down here right now, I am just really loving. And this is actually the cup for this pole. I need to remove some of that sphagnum because it doesn't really fit. And this pole isn't being watered right now because it's actually not attached yet. It's just kind of waiting for when the plant's ready. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then of course we have my Alocasia Pink Dragon Hoya. We also repotted that one in the repot Q&A video. And I think that she's settling in quite nicely. You can see she does get some sunlight here, which is super exciting. I'll pull her out a little bit. She can get some more. But yeah, she's doing well, I think. And then this bin is some begonias that I took out of my acrobar. And because I'm working on the acrobar right now, as you saw, so obviously I need to take the plants out. I put them in this bin. I had the lid on, but the Chloristicta just ended up like dropping a whole bunch of leaves, so I took the lid off. But you know, this situation is not looking good. I actually think I'm gonna put this in my Mills bow and then cover the other ones. Yeah, I think that she can be saved, but she's definitely seen better days. So just ignore that. Wait for the acrobar video. Okay, and then over here we have my Millsbow tall greenhouse, which I kind of revamped a couple of weeks ago for a Patreon video. It's a bit of a rehab cabinet right now, but I'm hoping that the plants are gonna start looking better soon. We'll see, I'll get in there in a second. First of all, we have to admire my philodendron Glorious here. I actually need to extend this pole soon, but she's looking so good. I feel like using the S-hooks to keep the petioles nice and tight really was a game changer for me. It just makes the plant look so sleek and beautiful. So yeah, I am just really enjoying having that one there. Such an easygoing velvety philodendron. If you're looking for one, the Glorious, definitely recommend it. I have some cuttings and things. This like poor Adansonii that I keep treating for mealies, but it's just like, I don't know. I need to deal with that though soon. But look at this new growth coming out on my Rupsalis paradoxa minor. It is so just like funny how it's coming out at the end like that. It's actually pushing out 2 separate things. It's so crazy. And then it like comes down the side here. Does it have any other new growth? Not really, just at the top. Because normally I have that Rousseau light on, it's just off right now. It's pretty bright today, so I don't think I need it on. Anyways, let's pop into this cabinet here. So I have some of my new little seedlings that I got from North Shore Tropicals in here. Which is how I'm going to be growing these seedlings out until they are bigger, obviously. I've just had the best luck with that. So I have one here, I have one here, one here, and I think that that is it. Yeah, you'll see more of them on my Vitro shelf. But in here we have a lot of my Hoyas on the top. They're doing quite well. I don't think there's anything too notable. Like I said, I just like cleaned out this cabinet and treated these plants for like sprayed them down to prevent pests and just kind of got them all taken care of, which is really nice. And I also repotted both of these begonias because I just feel like the pots they were in before were not working. And they're already thirsty again. Oh my gosh, how's a girl to keep up? How's a girl to keep up? Watering begonias can be a full-time job sometimes. It's a new little leaf there, that's so cute. But yeah, hopefully these begonias will start looking better soon. I also need to repot my Veitchii once my new Molly's aeroid mix arrives. Probably the most exciting Hoya in here still is the Argentea Princess because it's been growing like crazy lately, which is so fun. It's just such a beautiful Hoya. I am obsessed with it. I do also really love the variegated Bertonii. I kind of want to take a cutting of this soon. Yeah, it's so cute. Oh yeah, I also have my variegated Wyetii in here now. I think that it is enjoying cabinet life. Sorry, the fans are loud, but the plug-in is like behind the cabinet, so it's kind of a hassle to... I'm just trying to keep the mic out of the cabinet a little bit. So here we have my Begonia Libercii, which I repotted when I did the Millsbow video also because it was just in way too small of a pot and it was struggling because it was drying out so much. So now it's being able to retain a little bit more moisture. So I think that I'm gonna start seeing that one grow a little bit better, which will be really nice. I also need to repot my Hoya Serpens Silver, but again, I'm waiting for my Molly's aeroid mix to come in. And then down here, I feel like none of these plants are really looking that good. Like I said, this cabinet is like kind of a rehab cabinet right now, but I ended up potting up my Begonia Malacosticta finally. So that one is kind of getting re-established. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna need to sort her out, give her a trim once she kind of gets rooted better. My Hoya Boitii is looking a little suspicious these days. I think I'm going to take cuttings once those new leaves come in. I took a cutting of my Hoya Cystiantha, which is in the back, or Campanulata. So you'll see those on the Vitro shelf. And then Begonia Milanobalata is looking okay, but honestly, I think that she keeps drying out too. I might take a cutting of that and try to restart it. We'll see. I just feel like she's getting a little bit messy looking, kind of similar to the Pollences actually. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on in here. A little bit of craziness, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna get all these plants looking better soon. I feel like it's really hard for IKEA greenhouse cabinets to not turn into like rehab stations because obviously the plants appreciate the higher humidity. So I always just like want to put the ones that are struggling in there. I actually did get a new leaf on my Anthurium pallidiflorum the other day, this one I think, and it came out a little wonky. Let's see, oh my gosh, I just can't believe how long it is. I actually haven't looked at it yet. It's not completely hardened off, but yeah, something happened down here. I don't know what or why it's like that, if it got bumped or I'm not sure, but it is incredibly long. So that's still, yeah, it's like the longest one, even though it's kind of damaged. Like, look, it's almost at the bottom of the Millsbow. That's crazy. That's actually crazy, you guys. Like, what an insane Anthurium. Wow, another insane Anthurium. Right here, my Luxuriance Hybrid, one of my favorites, like favorite plants in my collection. Whenever it puts out a new leaf, I just have such a renewed love for it. Not that I ever stop loving it, it just really is such a magnificent sight when it does put out a fresh leaf. And this is so big. I mean, I guess you can see compared to the like cabinet, but it's huge. Like, I don't even think I can back this up enough to show my hand compared to this plant. It's massive, so gorgeous, so dark, and just, yeah, just an insane anthurium. And it's just growing in ambient, of course, which is really cool. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the Vitro shelf, which, you know, there's pros and there's cons. There's good things happening and there's questionable things happening, but we are going to check out all of the plants here. Here's the little overview of this shelf, and I recently added this kind of cabinet thing beside here. That's where the acrobar cabinet's gonna go once it is renovated. So yeah, I guess let's get into it over here. This is the base of the Solanum oleanum that I cut off, so it's just kind of like hanging out here in case my cutting doesn't make it. We have my Hoya, what is this again? Villosa cow dang in the back, and it's actually putting out a new leaf. I'm obsessed with this Hoya. I think that it is so cool and unique and just like such a stunning Hoya. It has actually been also incredibly easygoing for me. So yeah, I just really appreciate this one. I actually kind of want to move it to the front of the shelf so that I can see it more, because I really do just think that it is so striking and so interesting. So yeah, it is always exciting when that one is putting out a new leaf. We also have some of my new plants from North Shore Tropicals here. This is Philodendron gloriosum, which is really exciting to have her back in my collection. We have Anthurium BVIT right here. This one's just a chonk. And then another chonk is the Anthurium, whatever this D, Jercon, something, really cool, like tri-lobed leaf. You will see photos if you watch the unboxing. Really excited to see those ones come in. It's just like, it's such a fun journey watching Anthurium grow from like seedling or chonk or whatever it be. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for that. I also have another young Anthurium that I recently repotted right here. Let me pull it out. This actually got as a bonus when I ordered from Plant Happens. So this is an Anthurium Dark Phoenix and Pap hybrid. And it was it in spec, or I think it was maybe in perlite for a while, and I eventually, and it was also living in a cloche. That cloche it was in for a long time, but I slowly kind of acclimated it to room humidity, and then I repotted it, and as you can see we have some roots. This is just like my DIY mix, so it's definitely not like the best for Anthurium. I would rather have it in something chunkier like the Molly's Aeroid mix, but it seems to be doing fine in there for now. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see that one starting to grow. Oops, starting to grow for me. You lost your hat. I need to add another piece of tape because I want this to stay nice and humid while I'm waiting for the growth points to do something. Do you see that in there? Yep. Oh yeah, also my stunning Syngonium frosted heart in the back. I ended up cutting that plant up because it was getting so out of hand, like growing off of the pole like crazy. And I think I've come to the decision that I'm gonna try growing that just on a wooden stake. So yeah, we'll see how that goes for me, but I think it's gonna be fine. Honestly, I don't think that's a plant that needs a moss pole. The leaves don't get like super huge or anything, or at least I don't think they do. They kind of like stay the same size. So I think it could look really nice and clean on a nice, just like slim stake. So that is my current plan with that one. So I just have it propagating in some water. I don't really know what's going on with this kind of like middle shelf. I really don't. I have a couple Hoya down here for now, as you can see. I have my Hoya Mini Bell, which I should probably repot soon because it's still in just a small like 3-inch nursery pot. But it has been growing like crazy, and I love the silver on this one. But then I also have my Hoya Patella right here, which has been putting out new leaves, which is really nice. I just kind of like added another clip here, so it's not completely settled in yet. But yeah, that one has been growing, and I don't know, this doesn't like look the best. I would rather have something more lush here. I don't really know. I don't know. I feel like this shelf is always challenging me. Like sometimes I love it and sometimes I just don't know what to do. Honestly, I wonder if I could fit this Anthurium in here and have like the big leaf like coming out. that might be kind of cool, but I don't know if it would get the proper light there, so I don't know. Anyways, those Hoya are there for now, and nothing crazy to report with them. They seem to be doing fine. I'm not going to talk a lot about my succulents and cactus in this video because I am going to be doing my whole like update, repot, moving them outside video within the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. I want it to get up in May, but I think it's going to be going up in June instead. Unfortunately, my Hoya Kennegiana is not looking great. Now this Hoya hasn't been looking great for me for a while, so this isn't anything shocking, but I was kind of hoping the outcome would be something that is not this, just like the leaves dying off. There is one green leaf here, but I'm scared to even like pull, like, I don't know, I'm just scared if it actually is doing okay. I don't want to bother it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna kind of wait and see. I don't know if they're attached. Okay, I'm gonna pull this out. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Oh no. Oh my gosh, why? I just said I wasn't gonna bother it, and then I went and did that. But it's okay. Should I put this in water to root further? Oh my gosh, is that a little mealy? Go away. Making a big mess now. Or should I put it back in? I kind of think I should put it in water. Okay, I'm gonna put it in water for a while, see if I can get it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in water for now, and then I might actually go ahead and pot it in soil because it just didn't seem happy with the pond life. Or should I just stick it in here and keep trying? Maybe I'll move it, maybe I'll stick it back in here and then move it to the south window. I feel like the south window always just works its magic for Hoya. Okay, so I did end up moving her to the south window. I think it's gonna be warmer and brighter for her there, so we'll see what happens. Okay, and then up here for this little middle section, I recently moved the Hoya Wilbur Graves out of the bedroom into this spot, and I think I'm really happy with it here. It's nice to kind of have it displayed a little bit more than it was. It used to be on a higher up shelf in the bedroom, so I couldn't really appreciate it as much. So yeah, it has been nice to see it draping down here. It is just such a pretty Hoya, and it seems to be doing okay in this spot. Behind that we have the Hypalasia. It's not been doing a lot for me lately, but that's okay. Oh, there's a baby leaf. There is a baby leaf. You take your time, girl. You take your time. Perfection takes time. There's a vine coming out there too. I did recently repot my variegated dragon scale, and I think it's doing pretty well in the upgraded pot. Yeah, I just love this plant. I think that it is so spectacular, so it's kind of nice having her front and center up here. And then we have my Hoya Van Viengensis, and this thing is actually growing like crazy. So many new leaves, and they just look so like slick as they're coming out. Like, look at that. It's so satisfying. Yeah, really, really pretty Hoya. I am obsessed with this one. However, it's definitely getting to a point where I don't really know what to do with it. I've already extended the trellis, and now it's just kind of vining out crazy. I don't want to like have the vines pointing down, but what are the options here? I don't know. So yeah, she's just kind of going crazy for now until I can think of something to do with her. But I mean, she's doing well, so I'm not mad. This is the Hoya, or actually no, this isn't the one I was talking about. This is a different cutting of my Hoya campanulata that I rooted and then potted up, and we actually have new growth coming in at the end there. So yeah, so technically I have 3 of these Hoya going right now because I have so much trouble with this one for whatever reason, but I really love it. So I'm just hoping to get one of them, at least one of them, established and growing. So yeah, that is another one of them. We have my Hoya Silver Dollar here. Now this was on a growth hiatus for quite a while. I'm not really sure why it wasn't growing, but it's finally starting to go again, I think, because we have a new leaf here. Let me try to zoom for you. Yeah, we have a new leaf here that is starting to come out. So I don't know why this like vine looks so weird. But yeah, I'm really excited to see that one because this is honestly like one of my favorite Hoya. This is a Hoya that I didn't know I needed until I got it, and I was just so blown away with how beautiful. Like, the leaves are so thick and cardboardy, and the color is just so beautiful and minty. It is such a fantastic Hoya, and the blooms are also gorgeous. So yeah, I really want to see that one grow for me this year. And then beside that, we have my Mandula pothos, which is doing okay. It's honestly probably the best it's ever looked for me. Like, look at this leaf. That is like quite good for my history with this plant, which is a little spotty. But then this new leaf is coming out, and I treated with my liquid earth, like DIY pest recipe. And for some reason, sometimes that can really damage plants, especially variegated plants. So it did get a little bit of browning and came out a little funky because of that, but I had to spray because I found mealies on this, which it has been struggling with for a while. So I have to stay on top of spraying this one, but I'm gonna try to do it like before a new leaf. Like right now is honestly probably when I should spray it again, because I don't see a new leaf like emerging. This one was like really fresh, just kind of coming out of the sheath when I sprayed, which wasn't great. But yeah, slowly that plant is coming along. And then down here in this cloche, we have my Queen Anthurium, Anthurium warocqueanum, which is a new one that I got from North Shore Tropicals. It is just a little chonk, and I have it in this cloche for now. So I'm gonna be watching her like a hawk. Yeah, hopefully it does well for me. Can you see the little chunk or the little growth point? The like lighter green? Yeah, she looks good so far. Behind her we have my Hoya leucantha, which I don't know what it is about this Hoya, but it drops so many leaves. Like, it looks kind of bald right now, but it will still be growing and putting out healthy leaves. So I just like don't get it. Like, why is she constantly dropping leaves but also is happy and growing? Like, it doesn't really make any sense, but they will just yellow off and drop. I just removed a whole bunch of them earlier, and they will just like look like that one, like turn yellow and just fall off. So I don't know what the heck that's about, but yeah, it's just like a struggle I've been having with that plant for whatever reason, which is too bad because it's so gorgeous. Like, the healthy leaves are so gorgeous. So I don't know. Still trying to figure that out. Here we have my Hoya verticillata, which hadn't grown in a while, but it recently actually I ended up cutting the vine because it was just like a long naked vine that was just getting mealies. Like, it would just shoot out this vine and then the vine would just get attacked by mealies. So I was like, okay, I'm done with this vine, and I chopped it off. And then it pushed out this leaf from the bottom. You can see it's still like darker and soft. It's hardening off. So yeah, it's nice to see some new growth, and it came in so dark. Like, it was such a pretty new leaf, so it was fun to watch it come in. Also, I still have, of course, all my little mini prop boxes behind, which I need to go through. Like, I have a massive philodendron growing in this one, so I do need to go through them sometime soon. So many plant tasks, so little time, am I right? And then here we have my Hoya manaprensis, who is actually in bloom right now, so that is kind of exciting. If you can see her little flowers, they're kind of ugly, but it's still fun to see her flower, you know? I appreciate them, even if they're not super fancy. And she's just such a cool Hoya, so different, so funky. Love her little butterfly leaves, and I love her in this pot. I just think that that's such a cute combo. Yeah, and it's been doing really well in there, even though there's no drainage hole or anything. I'm just careful with watering. So yeah, kind of fun to see her in flower. Like I said, I'm not really gonna give many succulent updates. This one has been blooming like crazy, my Hornia. That one's always blooming. But we do have some alocasia corms here. So this self-watering pot of leca actually had an alocasia frydek corm that put out a couple of leaves, and they were solid green, like no variegation. So I was like, okay, obviously I just didn't get, like, I got unlucky by choosing this corm that wasn't variegated. So I moved two of my other corms. I pulled that one out before it got too big, and I moved two of my other corms in here. So now I'm just waiting for them to come up, like push out new leaves to see if they are variegated or not. Hopefully they are, but as we already saw, I have another pot of variegated fried egg that's getting established, so I won't be upset if these ones like don't make it or aren't variegated or whatever. It's just kind of, I figured I would pop them in there because I didn't really want to grow just a green one. So yeah, we'll kind of see how those do. Okay, and then moving over to this kind of area. Looks very moody right now because it's kind of dark. Well, actually it is sunny out. I guess we're just in a darker part of the hallway. Now we're at the time of the year where the sun isn't coming in as far, so yeah, it is a little bit darker back here. Anyways, let's see what's new up here. We have some new growth on my Paphipetalum orchid. This is the one that I've had for a few months now that I just picked up locally. It had a really cool flower on it, but it's no longer flowering. My Hoya Lima Silver is still doing well back here. I have multiple peduncles on this one, but no flowers yet. That one is such an easy grower though. Like it is just so easygoing and beautiful. And yeah, I feel like it is an underappreciated Hoya. Because it's just so easy, honestly. Like she causes me no trouble, which is really, really nice. Y'all know that I'm obsessed with my Hoya paradisia and she has been doing well. As usual, we have some new growth here and right here, yeah, there's some leaves. I guess this one right there. And then she's like vining. Where is she going? Oh my gosh, she's trying to get into my book. Okay, girl, I don't blame you. But yeah, she's doing really, really well, looking gorgeous. I'm just obsessed with that Hoya. Hoya Thomsonii in the back, just hanging out, not really doing anything crazy. Hoya Nuna, same thing, nothing too crazy. She looked like she was gonna bloom again, but then they blasted, which is kind of a bummer, but she just bloomed like within the last couple months, so I'm not too upset about it. And now I have her in this lady planter, which is really nice. I really like how this shelf is looking. I think it's quite cute. And this one down here, because I have so many flowers on here now. Let me talk about my new orchids. So this is probably one of the orchids that I got that I'm most excited about. Now the flowers are on their way out, unfortunately, but it came with flowers, which I was shocked at. I was not expecting this plant to come, like to be unboxed with flowers. I was so excited when I opened this, but this is Phalaenopsis odorian. And obviously I got it because it has these cute pink flowers. I'll insert a clip of when they were not wilted like this, but you can see the color and it's absolutely gorgeous. They're so magical, so whimsical. Actually, I have a photo of it when I put it on this shelf and the flowers were like open. But yeah, I love it so much. It has a mottled leaf. I'm super, super excited to be growing this one. And even though it's wilted, you can still see the vision and just how much life and how much whimsy this orchid brings to this shelf, especially in combination with the pings and everything. It's just so, so nice. So yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with that right now. As for the pings in the back, let me just move her for a second. So we have Goldeneye in bloom once again. It is constantly blooming for me. It's crazy. Same with this one, whatever she is, Agnata maybe. And the other ones are still doing well. My understory labyrinth planters are still doing well. Look at how much color that Cyclosecta is getting. Really purpling up for us. This butterfly one, they're doing well also. So it's really nice to see that they are kind of getting established in these new planters and everything here. This is the other Hoya campanulata cutting. One of the leaves has yellowed off, so can just remove that, but I think the rest of the cutting is gonna make it. No roots yet, but I'm not concerned. I think it's gonna root up for us. These little vessels from Michael's are like my favorite propagation vessels. There's like an orangey kind of like amber colored one in the bedroom, and that one I especially love. But yeah, I just think that they're so cute for water props. Okay, another new orchid, and as you can see, this one has stunning mottled foliage, so it's another really pretty one. This is actually a Paphipetalum, It's called Yi Ying Santa Claus, which is kind of funny, but it has a really beautiful dark pink flower. It actually did come with the flower, but it fell off as I was unboxing it. So yeah, it didn't fully make the shipping, but I wasn't expecting it to have a flower, so I wasn't mad about that. It was actually really nice to be able to see what the flower is going to look like, even though it was like detached. But yeah, really excited about this one. So this is like the same genus as this one up here, but as you can see, this one isn't a mottled leaf, so I'm just obsessed with the foliage of this one. And I know that some of y'all were telling me to look into Paphipetalum because you can get some really cool foliage on them. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one and can't wait for whenever she decides to bloom again. I guess I can cut this off now. I haven't really done anything with these except for the Bronze Maiden, but yeah, those are some of my new orchids. As for the other plants, I don't think there's anything too crazy. Cebu Bloom never wants to grow for me. I literally don't know what the problem is. Oh, there's a mealy in there. Okay, well I swear it didn't have mealies before and it still wasn't growing, so I don't know. But I guess I need to spray him down now. Down here, I don't know what, like, why are these both discoloring in the same kind of way? Like, what is the issue? What is the issue? Honestly, maybe it's flat mites. But then why wouldn't this one or this one be affected? I don't know. It's so weird. I should bust out the microscope though. I don't know if I've checked these ones before, but yeah, they're not looking good. This Begonia Thurstonii, I need to cut and restart. It's been like on the back of my list for so long. I just haven't done it, so I need to actually do that soon. And Anthurium moodianum, don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna have to check for flat mites because I really can't think of anything else unless they're just like, it's weird because this isn't a lot of light, like it's literally just Barinas here, but they look bleached. So I don't like make it make sense. Like I know that they're not bleached, but they look bleached. So I'm like, are they not getting enough light? But then why would this one be doing so well? I don't know. It's so weird. Plants are such a mystery sometimes. But this one, the Minahasa, is doing really well, and it's actually putting out a new leaf, which looks like stunning perfect. So that just makes the mystery even more confusing. But yeah, that's really nice to see. And then we also have a new leaf on my Syngonium chiapense. However, it looks fully variegated, and that was why I started this plant over again, because I was getting fully variegated leaves. So that kind of sucks, but we do have another growth point here, so I could always just cut that off if it does continue to grow all white. But I mean, it's nice to see a new leaf at all because my cuttings did not fare well with that plant. So I'm basically just stuck with the base plant here. Anyways, that is the crazy scenario, the crazy situations that's going on down here in this bottom level. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I did not really prepare the bedroom, so it's a bit of a mess, but we are here for the plants, so I'm sure you understand. First of all, my hanging plant area, which I've kind of, oh, also, I moved my begonia Magdalene Madsen out to the deck, so she is officially living outside now. There she is. So hopefully she does okay. She's been out there for a couple of days now, and so far so good. But I don't currently have any plants down here. I don't really know what I'm doing with this little area, so we'll see. But anyways, as for the hanging plants, I feel like these are looking so good. Like probably the best that it's looked over here in a long time. I'm super happy, especially with this Thai lipstick or Thai pink lipstick plant. Like the foliage is just looking stunning, and this is exactly what I wanted, for it to all just be like facing out and draping down. I think it looks way better than it did when it was in the south window, because I can actually appreciate the foliage now since it's facing me. Like look at the size of some of these leaves up here. It is crazy. I was not getting leaves like this when it was not in this setup. So yeah, I'm super, super happy with that. Another one that's doing amazing is the Polynura Broguette over here, my silver Polynura. Look at the new leaves it's putting out. They are huge and they look so healthy. This plant was really struggling with mealies before, so it's nice to see it doing better now. Obviously I treated it and everything, and now it is growing. I actually thought it was going to bloom for me. It had kind of a chunky peduncle for a while, but then it blasted, of course, so that's okay, another time. this leaf set here too. Like, oh my gosh, they just look so big and healthy. So yeah, doing really, really great. Syndapsis is settling in well also. Monkey tail is just, you know, doing his thing. Hoya is looking well. I'm hoping to get some blooms once it warms up here. And yeah, I'm just super, super thrilled with how these are all looking. So this is what it looks like from further back. So you can kind of get an idea. So cute. And then over here we have my double tiered hanger. So let's go check on the Maranta. Oh my gosh, I need like a chair or something. Okay, I'm standing on my desk rolling chair, so we're gonna make this quick. But this is the variegated one. It's looking really good. Let's see the other, there we go. Looking really, really well. Yeah, not much to say, except for it looks like it's settling into this spot nicely. We can see there is a new leaf coming out there, so that is stunning. And then down here, the silver band. So this one I was kind of unsure as to what was going on with it. I think that it, like, I don't know, I think that it has root rot, but yeah, I think that it has root rot. I think that that is my like final like guess as to what's going on with it. It's still kind of hanging on, but I think I am gonna end up getting rid of it and just restarting from cuttings. So I might take a couple more cuttings so I can kind of start a new, more full plant. But yeah, it just has not been looking good. Like, look at the new leaves coming in. They're not right. So that's kind of a bummer, but it happens. And especially over the winter with cooler temperatures, being in a semi-hydro setup, I think that that was just, yeah, a predisposition to root rot. This is the other propagation vessel I was talking about. Let's see if we have any. It doesn't look like we have any roots yet. No, I don't think so, but I'm sure that they will root up eventually. We have our string of hearts that I put up here not too long ago. It looks like they are getting settled in nicely. Not too much to report yet. Philodendron verrucosum is still doing okay here. Again, not too much to report. We're gonna have to kind of wait a little bit longer for this plant to get more established. And then of course we have the Hoya linearis in the corner, and it seems to be doing fine. This Hoya, it's so chill, like you can put it anywhere and it will be okay. It gets like bone dry too, and it still just bounces back every single time. But yeah, I'm really loving having it back there. So that is that little area from further back. So I think that that is pretty much it. We just have my Marble Queen pothos that is growing back from like a stump when I cut this plant down a long time ago. It's growing so slowly because it's just like super low lighting over here, of course. But yeah, I think that that's it. All of the updates that I have. That was quite the detailed walkthrough, I feel. My throat feels like dry now. So I hope that y'all enjoyed. I hope that you feel caught up with the collection. There has been so much going on lately, and now we have new plants that we've added in. So yeah, things are happening, things are happening. So I guess this is farewell. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much again to Peak for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check them out in the description box down below. I will have them linked. Really appreciate them sponsoring my channel. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Okay, my phone literally just died. It was fully charged when I started filming this video, and now it's plugged in on life support. But thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. I super, super appreciate it. You are the best. Please leave me a comment down below. I always love reading through your comments. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Try